Hello and welcome back to Mondo Musings. I'm your presenter, Nick Carter McLean. Now, the ongoing revival in Jamaican men's 100-meter sprinting is being spearheaded by a very young core. Encouragingly, no less than 6 sprinters under the age of 23 feature on this countdown. There is, though, a venerable vet from the nation's golden era who continues to go stride for stride with the young bucks. Here's how things look a little over 2 weeks out from Nationals. At number 10 is 20-year-old Antonio Watson. The Racers runner currently owns a post-April best of 10:24, which came inside the National Stadium on the evening of May 21st. Kishane Thompson, who could just be the latest championship year surprise out of MVP, breaks into the countdown at number 9. At the first of the Jubilee Series meets, the soon-to-be 21-year-old rattled off 2 PBs, capped by 10:21 into a slight headwind. Debuting on the countdown at number 8 is former Stet standout Conroy Jones, who doesn't turn 20 for another month. His eye-opening 10:14 PB at Jubilee Series 2 on May 21st saw him finish closest to the streaking Oblique Seville. Dropping 1 place to number 7 is the solid, if unspectacular, Kadrian Goldson, who ran 10:24 for third in the A final of the first Jubilee Series meet. Next up is Olympic 200-meter finalist Rasheed Dwyer, who has had a rail-thin racing slate so far this season. Nonetheless, his recent 20.6 200 at Jubilee Series 3 indicates that he's fit enough to reproduce the 10:1 time that he ran all the way back in March. 6th in the final at Nationals last year, Nigel Ellis debuts 1 spot to the good on the countdown in 5th. At the Puerto Rico Athletics Classic on May 12th, the MVP man logged a season's best 10.16-second performance to finish 4th in the final. Johann Blake, who was briefly history's newest sub-10 man with a now invalidated 992, slides back a spot to number 4. The impressive 20-year-old's post-April best currently stands at 10:08, which was done in his heat at the slightly farcical Music City Track Carnival. In third this time around is our former number 1, Devonte Burnett. After topping our first Formchart, thanks largely to his first career sub-10 run, the USC ace kicked the month of May off with a nippy 10:07 clocking, only to be slowed by what one assumes is a niggle at the subsequent Pac-12 championships. Meanwhile, cometh the hour, cometh the man. Up from 4-2 is 2011 world champion Johann Blake. The 32-year-old veteran logged an impressive 10:05 performance into the teeth of a 1.2 meter per second headwind to defeat the likes of Olympic finalists Zarnel Hughes and Akani Simbine at the Golden Spike meeting on May 31st. And at number 1 is the aforementioned Oblique Seville, who has produced times of 10 flat into a headwind and that staggering personal best 986 in virtually still conditions in the 2 finals he's contested since he featured 1 place lower on our previous form chart. So that's it for the penultimate of these form chart videos for the men. Now, while the sprinters at the very top have clearly separated themselves from the rest of the pack, nothing, as we know, is set in stone when it comes to such a short race. Among those to keep an eye on then over the next few weeks is O'Shane Bailey, who fell from 7th on our last form chart because of a slowish European swing. Then there's defending champion Taekwondo Tracy, who sprung a surprise from about 7th, I think it was, on last year's final form chart. There's also the mercurial Kemar Bailey Cole, who featured on our 10 biggest yet unfulfilled talents in track and field video from last year. 4th in Moscow almost a decade ago, and the tall man appears to be rounding back into something approaching his best form at just the right time. And of course, there's the enigmatic Julian Ford, who seemingly hasn't competed since February based on information featured on World Athletics' website. So definitely lots to play out over the next 2 short weeks. I'd really love to hear your thoughts on how you see things shaking out in advance of the release of our final series of Formcharts. So please share your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks as always for checking out the content. Until next time, peeps, Godspeed.